happy to give it a few more minutes.
I think this is a great collection of folks. Whoever is here are the right people. Let's go.
Fantastic. So I'm just going to take my seat. Everybody's in a different setting, as we already talked about. So you can see I'm on a wood floor with a yoga mat. It's not quite as squidgy as I would like it to be. However, it's what I've got. So if you're uncomfortable in Seiza, by all means, sit another way. It's truly up to you to just pace yourself and try and follow along, but do what's comfortable, as always, right? We never do anything where our body's starting to feel really uncomfortable. So just listen to yourself and me, please, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. Just take a moment. For me, I place myself in my dojo back, the real dojo, just to settle myself and think about dedicating just 1 hour to focus on Aikido today and sharing that with all of you. Onegaishimasu. Let's begin with just doing some nice circles, checking in with our body, our feet and our ankles, how our knees feel, our thighs, and our lower back and our hips. Just really noticing it all right now. If you're comfortable going deeper, or keeping it small. I'm going to take my hands out front, strongly attaching my hands to the ground. With strong arms, I'm going to push back into my feet for a nice, long, active stretch. Long back, active hands. You can sway your hips here a little bit if you want to loosen your lower back. We're going to take the same stretch to one side, using your hands to press your feet towards your bottom for a nice, long, deep stretch. And take it to the other side. Same thing, pressing into that back foot. And to the front again. Sitting up into Seiza. Take your hands together. Take a deep breath in, and we're going to just open the backs of our hands to the front. And release. Change the grab by one finger and do it again. Nice and open. Release, grab again. Inhale to the front, now all the way up to the top. Arms are at your ears, and look up at your hands. And release. One more time. Inhale as you reach forward and up. And exhale to release. We're going to grab our hands behind our back now. Take a breath in and exhale as you reach your hands away from your back and your shoulder blades get nice and close together, opening across the front of your chest. And release, change the grasp, and do it again. And let it go, and just let your hands flop side to side. We're going to come to all fours. I'm going to just go sideways so you guys can see if you need to. Just check your alignment. So you want your hips over your knees and your shoulders over your hands. Again, I'm making a really nice intentional connection with each finger, really, with each finger to the ground. So I feel nice and connected. I'm going to push into my hands for a beautiful arch across my shoulders, letting my head go, my tailbone drop. And then I'm going to inhale and look up, releasing my back. Exhale as you press into your hands, arms are strong. And release, looking up. We'll do that 2 more times. Just checking in on our mobility in our back. And release. And just come to a neutral spine now. We're going to tuck our toes under. This is just a nice fluid motion. Don't get too caught up in trying to overstretch anything at all. It's just waking your whole body up now. Deep breath in. Let your head go as you exhale and push into down dog. Inhale to your knees, keeping your arms straight all the while. Exhale, push back into child's pose so your arms aren't bending, they're strong. Inhale to your knees. Exhale into downward dog. Inhale to your knees. Exhale into child's pose. We'll do 2 more just like that. Just enjoying the breath and waking up your body. Last one. And now we're going to come up and stay in downward dog. So make sure your arms are really nice and strong. Your head is totally relaxed. Hips are high. Your chest is reaching for your thighs. And your heels are reaching for the wall behind you and the floor beneath you. We're just going to rock forward so your shoulders are over your hands. Take a step forward with your hands so you're in a tall plank now. Lower yourself to one forearm and then the other so you're in a low plank. And just check that your ears and your shoulders are not joined, so keep a nice distance between them. And then all your muscles are switched on. We're going to just take 5 deep breaths here. Use one hand to press yourself back to the tall plank, then the other. Step back, push into downward dog. This is the final time, and we're going to walk our hands back toward our feet. And just hang over your feet. Take all the tension out of your face and out of your head, your neck and your shoulders. Shift your weight so it's kind of forward and you're not sitting back into your heels. And now take a deep breath in as you bend your knees deeply. And as you exhale, you're going to drop your tailbone, pull your belly in, and stack your spine bone by bone until at last your head comes up. Dropping your ear to your shoulder. Just the weight of your head, nothing more. And turning your head, your shoulder to your chin to your shoulder, I should say. And chin to chest. And gentle circles. And roll our shoulders backward. It's a nice big movement, but not too harsh. Just trying to get a full range of motion. And reverse. Place your hands on your shoulders and we'll bring our elbows together for arm circles. And reverse. Full arm circles. And reverse. So here we go into what I call our swing series. The good news is if you're into trying to get some coordination together, this will ask you to do that. The other good news is if you're not into it, I'll never know. Just keep moving, all right? So the swing basically is you reach up, inhale. When you drop down, there's 2 knee bends as you exhale. That's your basic swing. We then take it out to the side, deep knee bend, and the arms go to the side, and then we'll go back to the middle. Follow along. We're just trying to get our cardio sort of system switched on. So we're going to start with 5. Inhale up. Exhale. This is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stepping out to the side. 5. Nice deep bend. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it to the middle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stepping the other foot out. 5, 4, 3. Keep breathing. 2, 1. To the center for 4, 3, 2, 1. Step out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Step in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Out to the other side. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're down to 3, 2, 1. Side. 3, 2, 1. Middle. 3, 2, 1. To the side. 2, 1. Now we have 2, 1. Side. 2, 1. Middle. 2, 1. Other side. 2, 1. Down to 1, 1, 1, 1. Again. 1, 1, 1, and 1. And just let it go here for a sec. All right. That's it for a break. Wide arms, side stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Deeply reach forward as you bend your knees. Two more like this. Last one on this side. Switching arms. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Straight into full body circles. Hopefully you're feeling a nice connection with your entire body now. And just really let your arms fly because your hips are moving. And just a side to side, letting your arms swing around. We're going to get into a nice deep stance. And working our legs still, we're going to do our hand exercises at the same time while we pulse. So we'll do Ikkyo first, which I see as this one. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Switch your hands. Roku, sechi, hachi, hyu, ju. Switch to the ball of your back foot and we'll do Nikkyo. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Change hands. Roku, sechi, hachi, hyu, ju. Place your heel down. Sankyo. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Switch hands. Roku, sechi, hachi, hyu, ju. Come to the middle. Nice deep stance. Pushing the knees over the toes. Back straight. You can lean forward, but from your hips. And it's in a position like this that I always check in how I am between my left side and my right side. I tend to lean one way. So this is my opportunity to regroup and center myself. Okay, other leg. We'll go with Hyonkyo, so I'll do that by grabbing my fingers that way. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Change hands. Roku, sechi, hachi, hyu, ju. Switch the ball of your back foot. We'll do Kotegaeshi. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Switch. Roku, sechi, hachi, hyu, ju. Heel down. Shihonage. So grab the hand over the shoulder. It goes ich, ni, san, shi, go. Change. Roku, sechi, hachi, hyu, ju. Come to the center. Stand a nice deep Hibadachi or horse stance. Back is straight. Tailbone tucked under. Stretch fingers and thumbs. Hands together, we'll do our wrists. Change your grasp by one finger and go the other way. Shake it out. Hands above the knees, pressing one shoulder across to the opposite knee. And from here, we're just going to shift so that we're in a nice stance again. Extend your arms. The practice here is just to move smoothly, deeply connected with your heel to your front hand, all the way up through your body as we move through to the other stance, switching our weight. So just this real connection with our feet and the ground, moving from our belly and legs. So that was one. We're going to do it 10 times 2, 3, fully extending that back leg, really switching it on. 4, checking your belly switched on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Just bring your feet a little bit closer together. Hop them or step them together. Shake them out. And we're going to go down on the ground. I'm very happy just going down on the ground like this. But if you're not, by all means, just get down, however you like. And we'll start with our feet, circles. And toes. I always get a bit concerned when the rare occasions that I haven't been practicing because I've been away somewhere where I couldn't practice. My feet are in shoes all the time. I get really disconnected and my toes get stiff. So it's really great to just keep everything really moving and working, even if we're not on the mat. And tap. Shake it out. We're going to stretch it out to the side. Bring it in nice and close. So you're cradling it. Sit up tall. My extended leg, the toes are pointing to the ceiling. Don't let your foot flop. Place this foot, the sole of the foot against the inside of the extended leg and press the knee down. Inhale, arms are up. Exhale, bending from your waist, just reaching toward your foot, but going only where you can. Keeping the extended leg straight, so it doesn't matter where your hands end up at all. And sitting up, extend both legs and then bring in the other one. Circles. Toes. And a nice massage working up your foot and back down again. Shake it out. Take it out to the side. Bring it in nice and close. Sit up tall. Check that the extended leg, the foot is switched on, toes pointing upward. And place the sole of the bent leg against the extended leg. Press the knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forward toward your front foot. Sitting up, we're going to extend both legs now. Same thing, arms up. Inhale. Exhale as you bend forward. I'm going to sit up now and place the soles of your feet together, bring them in towards you. Knees aiming for the ground, feet for your center of your body. And you can lean forward if you're comfortable, waking up your hip flexors. We've done some warming up, but you don't want to overstretch, really, especially before we started our techniques. Great, and sitting up, extend both legs, checking that your toes are pointing up, just sitting up tall. And take your hands, and you're just going to tap at the base of your neck. Gently close your eyes, cross your ears, your jaw, your cheekbone, your eyes, forehead, crown of your head, and all the way back down again. You can open your eyes, and we're ready to start some ukeme, which I keep quite moderate, by the way, perhaps because I'm on a wooden floor. All right, so, and again, only do this if you're comfortable with it. This is, I think it might be world known as teddy bear rolls. I don't know, it is in my dojo, anyways. So just as if you're holding something nice and round, it's a nice time to switch your back on, pull your belly in, make sure we're nice and round, and we know that feeling that we need to have when we're rolling, right? The other thing you have to, that I've noticed is really helpful, actually, you don't have to do it at all, is really paying attention to using the hand and the arm in addition to your legs and your body when you do this. So perhaps on the mat at the dojo, I might just start, and do this and not really think about it too much. But because I'm on a wood floor, it's really nice to get the sensation of putting the weight of your body into the knife edge of your hand as you begin. So you're sliding down. I'm going across my back, and now the top of my other arm all the way to my baby finger leads me up. And I just continue like that. So why don't you just give it a go on your own time, back and forth, as fast or slow as you like. I encourage slow, actually. Teddy bear rolls. And just making sure you go both ways. Just a few more. You shouldn't be anywhere near the top of your spine when you do this. You can see a lot of legs. All right, Yame, just again, we're just touching on this a little bit just to kind of keep our body thinking about our ukeme. The next thing we'll do some just normal backward ukeme. Again, with a view to being conscious of our bodies in relation to maybe a different surface than the usual mat. I'm going to place my hands at my side, fingertips pointing toward you, the camera. And I'm going to make this connection that we've been talking a bit about between my hands and the ground. And I'm going to keep my hands there, and I'm going to use the back of my arms to help shift me. I go down one side to lift me ever so slightly over the bony bit of my back or my spine to the other side of my spine. So I'll just do it sideways so you can see what I'm talking about. Make this connection, pull my belly in, I go down, use my arms and my belly to come up. So it's a really controlled, really kind of safe way to also reinforce the need to get off your spine that sometimes with nice mats, we don't think about enough. So just take it on your own time and do a little bit, keeping this connection with your hands. So you can use a combination of your arms and your belly to kick your feet to the ceiling. And now keeping the distinct shift from side to side, release your hands and do it like you normally do it. Just do a couple more like this, and then we're going to come to the half kneeling position, like this. So my toes are tucked under, my knee is over my ankle, and I'm here. And then release my foot, have room for my hip, and do it again. Just two more. And on the next one, from here, everything's relaxed. You're in a good position. Using your belly and your leg, stand up into stance. Very good. Great. Okay, so just another little ukemi practice that we've been doing in my classes. I use a prop, but you don't need to. This is a very fancy tea towel, kitchen towel. Could be a t-shirt, a sock. Doesn't matter, you don't need anything. It could be in your imagination, but I'll show you how I do it. So, ikkyo, omote, ukemi. All right, I'm going to take this in my front hand. Just let it drop behind me. Turn and pick it up. Letting my body release and pop up again, because of course we need to get up again. So on your own time, you don't need it, right? Just do that. Drop it behind. And I'm just going to have a little look to see how you're getting on. And the emphasis is on the returning up. The really getting back up again. Very nice. And stumbling is no big deal, right? If you lose your balance, I mean, you're ending up on the ground anyway. It's just, someone once said of me that ukemi is as if you're almost going to fall over, but you don't quite. So it's all good practice. Very nice. Okay, I'm going to give you another one to work with. I'll do it with my handy dandy partner, the tea towel. So now we're going to do Showman Strength. Let's see which way I can show this to you. So I'm in my stance. I'm going to put this in my back foot hand because I drop it, and now my hand is ready for the Showman Strength. So I step in with Showman, and now imagine that the person's behind me. They're going to pull at my shoulder, and I come around and pick it up. So it goes in the back foot hand, drop, or just stand here. Step in for the strike, keeping your chest nice and open, coming around and picking it up. So again, don't collapse this way. Try and keep your chest, your shoulders nice and wide when you do this. So I'll do it without this now, even though I kind of like it. Step in and up. Step in with the Showman Strike and around. Okay, and I'm going to have a look. These are all great irim nage ukes. Really nice. Yummy. Fantastic. All right, now I'm just going to move my mat out of the way. And we'll begin some basic footwork. And then we'll have time for a few techniques, and that will be our class, I'm pretty sure. All right, so Funakogi Ikkyo, just our Ikkyo exercise. This idea of moving in with our whole body, everything climaxing at the same time. Let's do it all together. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, roku. Change your feet, other side. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, roku. Very nice. So in this instance, we're just sliding in. Now we're going to take a different angle. I just want to practice this footwork. I've been told it's called soriashi. I think people call things different names, but the point is that we're sliding in on a 45-degree angle, making sure your back foot comes with you. 45-degree angle. All right, so let's do that together. We'll just take 2 steps and then turn around. Let's try and do it together though. I kind of like it when I feel that we're all in sync. So let's go each, knee, 45-degree angle. I'm going to turn around, each, knee. Weight is in the front foot. Each, knee. Each, knee. And one more set. Each, knee. Nice. So we slide in Aikido to irimi and we turn. And it's some variety of combinations that seems to make up of sliding and turning, stepping and turning Aikido footwork. There isn't actually so much to it, but of course to be comfortable with it and coordinate our hands and then deal with ukes, it becomes a bit more complicated. So let's just do Tenkan. Such a nice basic move, but it does require us to again stand in a really good stance, extending that back leg, shoulders are wide, gaze up so you can take everything in. Extend your hand and we're just going to pivot and step back. Let's do it all together, just switching your feet each time. Go. Change your feet. Go. Tenkan. And Tenkan. Just do a couple more. I just want to check in and have a little look. And feel no need to rush this, but feel every need to use your muscles deeply. So it doesn't look like anyone's being lazy at all, but really you're the only judge of that. It's beautiful, Francis. Lovely Tenkans. We're going to add to the Tenkan, Yame. Tenkan, Kaiten. Tenkan, Kaiten. All right, on your own time, Tenkan, Kaiten, fully. Tenkan, make sure you do full 180 on your own time. And again, remind yourself to keep your gaze up. Your feet know what to do. Looks beautiful. Okay, I'm going to change it up again. This is a small distinction, but hopefully you'll appreciate it. So what we just did, Tenkan, Kaiten, right? 2 moves. Mostly in our techniques, it's 1 move. So I Tenkan, I don't put my heel down, I just continue the turn. So it's going to look like, you can do it in 1 breath. All right, so 1 move, Tenkan Kaiten. You just place those toes intentionally, and Kaiten, turn and settle into that front leg. Go ahead on your own time. Lovely. So don't let yourself settle after the Tenkan. Make it right into that Kaiten. Wonderful. And so I think you could guess if I made you, what we're going to do next is Irimi Tenkan Kaiten. We're going to not do Irimi Tenkan on its own. I'll do it sideways. So Irimi Tenkan Kaiten. Irimi Tenkan Kaiten. And really sink into that turn, your belly, your hips. That's what's making people fall when we throw them. All right? Irimi Tenkan Kaiten. Nice. And just a reminder to keep your eyes up and your shoulders wide. If you need to make small steps because your space is small, that's fine. Beautiful. Okay. Yame, everyone. We're going to move on to a technique now that has a name as we approach the hour of 9 here, p.m. Okay. So I thought we'd just do something really basic. I have started doing some more complicated things with the classes, these Zoom classes, but really my view is that it's probably, there's so much in the small moves. There's so much we can learn about our body in relation to the space around us that, you know, we could do this. I hope we don't have to, but we really could do it for a long time. I think Mallory Sensei said something much like this, but I've said it as well quite a bit. Anyway, picture kata tadori gyaku hamni. All right, so somebody is going to come in and grab this way, not I hamni, right? So we're making a nice, gentle U shape with our partner. I'm going to be uke, right? So I'm grabbing kata tadori gyaku hamni. Uke anage, if they come straight in at me, I'm going to plant my heel in and I'm going to press into them and they're going to have a hard time moving me, right? If they come straight at me. So that's why we don't do that in Aikido. If they pull back, it's true. They're going to get me off my balance, but they are also going to get my fist or my leg, right? Because I'm right there. So we're always working in Aikido on these lines that help us achieve destabilizing our attacker with the least effort, right? So I'm holding on. The way they're going to do it is sliding in on that 45-degree angle that we did before with our footwork and drawing me out stretching me back this way till I'm probably gonna fall. All right, so the technique goes like this. I'm now nage. I'm gonna slide in on that 45-degree angle and draw uke out. This hand comes to their face, protecting myself. It could be a strike and a temi. We don't tend to do that so much in Aikido, but there it is. All right, so there's your first move. Slide deeply in, stretch the person out. Open that hand. We're going to use the knife edge of the tegatana of the hand. It goes down to the elbow, and I take that other 45-degree step we practice in, extending for the throat in Sumiyotoshi. Let's do it once more together, and then you get a little time on your own with this. So slide in deeply, stretch them out, fist to the face. Open, you've got the knife edge of your hand, slides to their elbow, slide in on the angle, and there's the throw. Actually, I'll do 2 more times, just in case. Slide, open, slide again as they fall. Slide and strike, keeping your hands in front of you as you take them down. You're on your own, Sumiyotoshi. Lovely. I love the way everyone's keeping their hands for the throw very much in front of them. It's really important and great to see. So really nice footwork, working on the angles, strong hands, picturing how uke is moving. Try not to look down. Very nice. EMA. Just one little comment, not to get too worried about details, but when you draw them out, have gravity help you out. So don't have your hand on this angle when you draw them out. You want to draw them out so that it's comfortable, you've got gravity on your side, right? They're holding on, they're going to go wherever you take them. It's not your worry. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing almost, same entry. We're going to slide in, but this time, rather than keeping uke here, I'm going to use my elbow as I step through with a strike and a teme. Now I'm going to turn kaiten, hand goes to the head, I step back, hand fingers graze the ground, control the neck and the wrist, and I'm going to throw. So there's a lot of steps in there, but I bet you know it. It's Uchi Kaitenage from Gyaku Hanni. So let's do it slowly, step by step, just for those that perhaps don't, and also just to get into it. All right, so I'm beginning on my left side. Doesn't matter which side you start with. Just change it each time. Same opening, slide in deeply, hand to the face, check the angle of this arm. We're gonna walk in with your back foot and strike to the elbows as you go through to protect yourself. We can't throw anyone, they're on the back side of us now, so we need to turn. So kaiten, and bring your hand to your head, the one that was being held. Like you're making a bokken strike, extend that hand as you step back, fingers graze the ground. Take the other hand to control the neck, which is at your knee. Grab the wrist. We're not going to step in for the throw, we're just going to use our hips and hands release up. I'm going to do it to the side. Walk you through it again. So slide in. Just check everyone's done it. Step through. Turn. Let me just see. Hang on. Just want to make sure we're all on the same page. Let's start again, all together. Gyaku Hamni. Slide, stretch them out. Strike as you step in. Turn, hand comes to the head. Step back, touch the ground. Control the neck, grab the wrist. Hips turn as you throw. And the throw is much like you're shoveling or digging, because you want to use your hips, connect them with your arms, and that's your throw. Okay, let's do it again. All together, slide and stretch them out. Walk through with the strike. Turn, hand goes to the head. Step back, fingers graze the ground, control the head in front of you, grab the wrist, turn your hips, hands go up to the throat. Uchi Kaitanage. I'm going to see how you get on your own. Step back. So some of you are stepping in for the throw. Experiment with just turning your hips rather than stepping through. Again, we don't even have that much space, so it's a nice way, a nice alternative. It looks great. Yummy. So one of the things I've really noticed is that sometimes, I mean, I've done these things thousands of times, as I'm sure I know Mallory Sensei has, and many of you have. But somehow when you don't have your partner, you know, all of a sudden, I'm like, am I holding the knee or is that the head? You know, like you can, if you lose your concentration for a moment, you're sort of settle into this picture of what's going on. And if you just step outside for a second, it can be very disorienting and a little bit funny too. You know, all left hand and whatever. So what I'm going to just say to you is when that happens, it's really okay, right? A lot of these things, you know, which way you would go, where the head is, would become abundantly clear when we have partners. So we need to be thinking about other things. I mean, it's a great practice to try and conjure this up. I feel like I'm in a bit of a drama every time, like some sort of theater, every time I do these things, picturing these attackers and what's happening. But if that's not for you, it doesn't really matter. You know, you can still dig in, feel your legs working, feel the kaiten, the power. It's all good. I mean, I encourage people to try and visualize it. I've had some pretty fun attackers. Anyway, it was just a thought because it's a challenge, you know, but it's what we have. So it's kind of a good thing, I think. Now, my final challenge for you is we're going to do kokidosa from standing to end. And I'm going to lead you through it. And I think hopefully you'll get what I'm doing. So just before we do it, we're just going to settle our feet again. You know, just naturally hip width apart, checking in where our weight is. We've used our bodies. You should feel a bit warm, and like hopefully you feel like everything's gotten touched upon in this hour. Extending your hands forward, offering them up to this partner. Picture your uke if you like. And we're going to take it, dropping our elbows as we reach up and turn our hands, and we can gaze through that diamond shape we made. That's all on an inhalation. And then we step back and cut back with the same hand, keeping our arms in front of us as we settle. Just bend your knees, and there's your pin. So hands up, offer them up, feet in natural stance. Inhale, bend your elbows, looking up. Exhale, step back and cut back as you settle yourself into this pin, which, as you remember, you're not really pushing at your partner when we do this. You're only completely ready should they try to get up. So your energy is zinging through your body, and it's really just preventing anyone from even thinking about getting up usually. All right, here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Hands up. Inhale. Exhale. Hands up. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Take a big breath in. Make fist, tense every muscle in your body. Leaning back and let it go. Gather it up. Tense everything. And let it go. Last one, gather it up. Tense everything. Face, feet, belly, and let it go. And just hanging over your feet. Grab onto your elbows. Sway back and forth. Feel how heavy your head is. Let your face fall to the floor. Releasing all the way through to your lower back. Let your hands fall down to the floor now and bring your feet closer together. Take a deep breath in as you bend your knees deeply. Exhale as you tuck your tailbone under, pull your belly in, and stack your spine for a final time, bone by bone, until your head is upright. Together. Thank you very much, everyone. Domo arigatou gozaimashita. And thank you very much, Mallory Sensei.
Domo arigatou gozaimashita.
Huge thank you to Anthea Sensei and to the whole crew at Notting Hill Aikikai. Really wonderful to have you join in our class, be a little bit part of our Seattle experience today. And I think likewise, it's the same feeling that I had co-teaching, like, oh my God, it was such a pleasure to be able to take a class and feel like so much of what you're doing is really similar to what we are doing. It feels like, I always use the example, home cooking. So really huge thank you.
You guys look amazing. It was really lovely to see everybody. It's not so easy following a different instructor on Zoom, in the middle of the day for you. So thank you very much. Great energy and focus. Saw a few ukes running around in my head anyways, attacking you all. So anyways, great pleasure. I hope you all have a great day.
Absolutely.
Any questions or anything at all? That's absolutely okay. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Everyone.